Welcome back to this series where we take a look at the top 3 best performing penny stocks of today. In this video, we're going to cover big gainers, steady gainers, and penny stocks that have just started exploding today. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into this. Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another one of these videos. Of course, we're gonna get started straight away, starting out with number 3 and then working our way up from least gains to most gains. All I ask is that you hit that like button right now, make sure you're subscribed. You know, I always very much appreciate it when you hit that bell icon. If you leave a comment right now when the video's only been out for a couple minutes, I promise I'll give it a heart icon. Now let's get straight into it though, because we're gonna have to get started. These are running away insanely fast. As you can see, they're also insanely volatile. Starting out with Metro Spaces, their stock ticker is MSPC. This is definitely a crazy one that I'm gonna tell you guys about that has a huge potential catalyst coming up in the next few days. Actually, this month, it started going up 266% off its yearly gain of over 2,000%. So they're a real estate investment firm, and they just so happen to be like one of my favorite kinds of real estate investment firms, because the way they are practicing is by far the most profitable that I know of in real estate. That's designing, building, developing, and managing condominiums. And where they're gonna build these doesn't really matter, but they're seeking out interest in Latin America, and they're based out of Miami, Florida. For those who don't know what a condominium is, it's a large apartment complex, which should be very well illustrated by these pictures you see right here. You've definitely seen these around, and they're also very popular in Latin America. So people have been showing massive interest in this company from the beginning of 2021, pretty much straight from the get-go. And they're launching their website in like 20 days, so keep this on your watch list because it's gathering a lot of attention. Of course, because they're very cheap, their stock is only trading at less than a penny. Actually, you can buy like 5 shares pretty much for 1 penny. And they're actually on pink current information right now, meaning that they're a pretty legit company that could potentially be listed on the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange one day. So I'm keeping my eye on this because it could potentially be a very profitable investment as more people get access to this, because their market cap is only sitting at about $18 million right now. Then getting into another massive steady gainer that has only started picking up steam recently. We're on to number 2. This is Institute of Biomedical Research. Their stock ticker is MRES or MRES. And we're gonna have to go through this quickly because I just checked number 1 and it is absolutely running away right now. So I'm gonna just burn through this really fast. Now basically, they just create a whole bunch of healthcare services and products, like for disinfection and bandages and large burns, that sort of stuff, right? So not much news has been put out about the company, but in the last month, people have been absolutely eating this stock up. That's why it's actually up over 1,400% just this month. And from where it was 3 months ago, it went up like 10,000%. So again, definitely worth checking it out. Definitely worth keeping it on your watch list so we know more about this company, obviously. But for the time being, it is showing some massive gains and there hasn't been any sell-off since this huge spike yet. So be very, very careful. Then getting into number 1 of today, this is Regen Biopharma. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that we talked about these guys every time they hit a huge spike. Their stock ticker is, by the way, RGBP. And from last time, this is kind of funny, I put some drawings on the chart right here. Can't exactly remember what it was about, but it did look like I was highlighting some kind of area with a huge arrow upwards. Well, today that's finally happened. We're seeing another huge spike on RGBP. We don't actually know exactly what happened. There hasn't been any news statements or press release or anything, but they opened up today on the market with a 15% gain that has now grown all the way up to a 42% gain. So this has been one of our most profitable penny stocks so far. We've covered them pretty much every time they've hit a spike, even over in February when the stock was trading at what? Just a third of a penny, and now it's actually grown to 3 cents. So I'm very happy with that. They're actually doing small molecule therapies for treating cancer and autoimmune disorders. And stocks like that have been getting very, very popular in the last few months. Again, I do have to put out a warning, insider trading does happen on these kinds of stocks. And if there's anyone buying, it's probably like a massive hedge fund or huge investor. And we're just gonna wait to see what happens, right? We've covered it many times on the channel before where there's some suspicious activity and the next day the stock just shoots up like 100. We even saw a 600% gain, but crazy stuff like that happens all the time on OTC markets. So be very, very careful. As always, if you want to catch opportunities like this before anyone else even gets the chance to talk about them directly when they come up, be sure you're subscribed because we create these kinds of videos every single day. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.